set back on here. Yeah, so the Hector's base fire chance is 10%. It's really good. You could go either way with this ship, guys. Like I said, if you run IFHE like I am, it gets it up to 27 millimeters, so you can pen pretty much every tier 9 cruiser in the game and every tier 7 battleship. But that's personal preference. Right now, this is my current build. This may or may not change. Let's see how she does, guys. Go back to port. This is what she looks like. I think she's a cool looking ship. The only thing I can think of when I look at this ship is like, look at where that top turn is in relation to the bridge. Like, that's so unpractical. All right, you ready? You ready, Malarkey? I'm ready. Here we go. Fired it up, baby.
Alrighty.
This is my first random in the ship. I've been playing the crap out of it in that that derby mode. I don't like this iteration of the derby mode. When they did it last time, I thought it was a lot better. What I don't like about this current derby mode is they have the flight paths of the blimps way too close together. And whatever team has the most German battleships on their team is going to win every single time. And the DDs just, it's, in my experience, it doesn't seem like the DDs have very much room to run. I would like to see them bring those flight paths back to the last time they did the derby mode, and I think it would be fun. And I did have a lot of fun the last time I played it. But right now, with the battleships being this close, cruisers don't stand a chance, and DDs have nowhere to run. That's just my personal take on it, but that's some of the things I see. Let's see how the Hector performs. Two Brothers 2, guys. This is good. I love this map. I do like this map a lot. Let's see. Where do I want to go? Back, Cleveland, King George. I could probably go either way, but I'm probably gonna favor A. This thing does have quite a bit of DPM. This ship reminds me of a Huron with a heel, or with a Citadel. Because the thing does turn on a dime. And you'll see when I start shooting here, guys. And this isn't even double rudder. I'm running concealment and rudder mod 1. I almost thought about dropping concealment because the concealment's still 9.4. It's still really good. And putting a double rubber on this thing because the armor is pretty trollish. Appreciate that, Anvil Steel. Yeah, she does sound like a wonderful woman, man. 102 years old. That's awesome, dude. Yep, she's been around for a long time, seen a lot of stuff, man. I can't believe I made it to 42, going on 28.
Right?
I'm 28, guys. Can you believe I turned 28 this year?
That's cool.
Last year I was 41. This year I turned 28. It's great. It's great.
I used to have a really cynical answer for my age. People would always ask me how old I was. I'd be like, old enough that I don't look both ways when I cross the street anymore.
This ship, I forgot to show the armor layout on this ship, guys, but this ship has the kind of armor where you'll have a battleship overpen you 5 volleys in a row, then you'll have that one random shell blind fire that'll Citadel and take you through 3/4 of your health. It does arm your AP. If you are inside of 8 kilometers, I don't think they're going to have an easy time Citadeling you, but it's very susceptible to plunging fire. And that's pretty much how it is with any light cruiser in the game. But it does have that weird trollish armor. And the firing range without range mod, we're running reload as you should. Instead of range mod is 15.6. Now, there's a couple different ways you can run this, guys. You could run this with the current build that I have now. There's nothing wrong with it. Or you could run range mod and double rudder, which I think would be very effective as well. But the way I see this ship, guys, for me, it plays like a tier 9 Perth. Yeah, that creeping smoke, that's my best way that I can describe it. It is literally a tier 9 Perth.
Yeah. I think that's fairly accurate.
But I like it. That being said, I kind of like the play style. Whether it performs well or not, we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. We'll give it a good, honest review, so to speak, here. This isn't I'm not going to call this a review, but this is just going to be me playing my first random in the game. So we'll see how it performs. There is the IGN light cruiser. I shouldn't get spotted because of the smoke screen. And I did, because of the sub. Most likely because of the sub. Hipper's firing at me. All right, let's play our get out of jail free card. Ooh, the Iowa shot at us. That's dangerous. He missed altogether. All right, I'm actually going to use my creeping smoke here back up because those, I don't want to get clapped by the sub-torps. But if you keep this thing in full reverse or at quarter speed, you should stay concealed for quite some time. I mean, the smoke burns for a long time, guys. All right, let's keep wailing on this Iowa because he's just giving it to us. There's a fire. See, even with the IFHE, you're still getting fires, guys. The guns remind me exactly like the Huron. That's exactly what this ship feels like. It feels like a Huron. If you're used to that DD. And I'm not saying no to that sub if I can get rounds on the sub. That's going to be a dead Iowa. He just completely overextended, but the Synop's pushing up right now, so we should be able to pen the Synop. I do like the gun velocities on this though, guys. I don't think it's horrible. I don't think they're bad at all. Fletcher's pushing center. That's a bold play.
The target position. Right.
Good torpedo on the Iowa. That Iowa's just doing foolish things. This is not a paid actor, guys, I promise. See if we can yank the kill. Let's see if we can steal this kill, baby. Nope. All right, we might. I'd love to farm out the Synop, but we're probably going to have to stop that Fletcher. Man, I want to go after that tier 7 battleship bad, but I think that's the right thing to do because our Chuckle-Off is in danger right now. Right now.
Yep, that's why I'm turning my guns. Do what I can at what range I can.
Yeah, it sucks not having a normal granite crosshair right now. They'll fix Mod Station, guys. The guns are accurate enough. He's gonna die. All right.
There we go.
All right, I'll turn him back. Not a high damage game. We did get 103 main battery hits with only 1 fire, guys. So that's something to take note of. Granted, I am running IFHE, so it is what it is. Are Yugamo's going to get the other cap? I feel confident in pushing the Hipper and Synop. So far, I haven't taken almost no damage, so. Gun turn reverse isn't too bad.
At the sub 2.
Nice. Malarkey's yanking all the kills, baby.
Trying to. I gotta steal as many as I can get.
All right, we're almost in range of the Synop. Now, I should be able to pin the Synop as long as I can stay off his gun. Let's see if we can get a couple blind fires on this guy. I have a feeling he's gonna back up. He is backing up. Let's see what this thing can do. As long as I don't hit the side of his hull or his guns, I should be able to pan that dude. And I will absolutely pen the Hipper at every single angle. The gun arcs are a little bit of advantage in this case too, in the fact that I can get over the rock. So I don't think they're as bad. It's like the Haida. Well, yeah, they are kind of a lot like the Haida. The guns feel a lot like the Haida. Come on, Synop. Synop's the one I really want. I want to showcase the pen. See if I can get it. There's another fire. So we're still getting fires, guys, even with IFHE. Is it Wooster levels worth of fire? No. But we're doing okay here. And we're getting pens.
Exactly.
We're getting pens on a tier 7 battleship. Let's see if we can land some shots here. Oh, fuck yeah. Out of 4 hits, 1 shatter, so that probably hit his guns, but I might have to double back and head over to the other side here, but we'll get what we can get. Synop's hard. I mean, this is actually a really good example too, guys, because the Synop, out of all the tier 7 battleships that are out there, the Synop is probably going to be the hardest ones to pen because he is kind of an armored behemoth. It's like just typical Russian battleship, but the Synop's really good. And that works really good in competitive too, tier 7 competitive. I love it when they do tier 7 ranked. Tier 7 ranked is probably one of my most fun because I'm just so good like ships like the Leningrad, and there's just not much they can do. But we're getting consistent pens here. We are getting enough fire damage for it to matter. Whether we get the kill on the Synop or not, I don't know, but that's a dead Synop no matter what. He's firing HE. I was trying to stay off that rock. Oh, Malarkey's yanking all the kills, man.
Got to.
The ship is on fire.
It's that bad.
It's glorious. I'm slacking on my kill stealing abilities here. I'd love to get over towards that Nelson because I could just mangle that Nelson. But this has been a pretty good game for us. Nobody's really shot at us. 173 main battery hits with 4 fires and only 60,000 damage. So, that's, in my eyes, not really a whole lot. But again, that's similar performance to what I would expect out of, like I said, the Huron, out of that destroyer. It feels exactly like a Huron with a few extra guns and a citadel they have to protect. And right now with the current build with Superintendent, I do get 4 hills and 4 of these creeping smokes. So this thing does have quite a bit of utility, and you get a hydro. Even though it's not offensive hydro, it's very similar to the British hydro. It's 3 kilometers. I think that's a good thing. I think in testing they had it like a 4 kilometer or 5 kilometer hydro. I think that would be a little too aggressive in this ship, just with the raw DPM that the thing puts out. I think it's balanced for what it is. For a light cruiser at tier 9, I think it's, dare I say, balanced. I'll call this ship balanced. I don't think it's broken. I don't think it's overpowered. I don't think it's overperforming for sure. Is it underperforming? I don't think so. I mean, not on this game, at least. What is your take on this ship, Malarkey? You tested the crap out of this thing.
What, the Hector?
Yeah, the Hector.
I like it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Obviously, I went through a lot of different iterations of it that I can't really talk about, but yeah.
Fair enough.
I think the current version is really good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty balanced. Yeah, I think it's pretty balanced.
Because it could have been a lot scarier.
Oh, for sure. For sure. With the amount of guns this thing has, I mean, you can argue with the reload, but I think the reload's good enough. Let's see. Yeah, 5.8 second reload with 15.6 kilometer range. That's usable. I think that's acceptable. This was kind of a tough game to showcase it too, because it's just a wash. We pretty much just murdered their entire team. But this ship, I can see how it would perform incredibly well on a kiting flank. On a pushing flank, not so much. You would have to hang back. You would have to let your BBs go ahead of you. On a holding flank, on a kiting flank, I mean, look at these torp angles, guys. They are 10 kilometer torps. I mean, that's actually pretty usable. Single launch or widespread torps. I mean, if a ship's pushing into you and you're kiting in your dark, use that in combination with your 9.4 kilometer concealment. That's pretty strong. Torps, I think, would be pretty usable on this thing. That cat girl's gonna die before my shells even land. Malarkey keeps killing everybody before I can showcase the ship. Thanks, Kraken.
Thank you.
That's a good reload. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it's all right. It feels exactly like it's a tier 9 Perth with Huron guns and moderately good DPM. I like it. Would you get higher damage numbers if you didn't run IFHE? Probably, but don't let those damage numbers fool you guys, because you can heal up to 100% of fire damage, where you can only heal up to 50% of pen damage. So a ship like this, just like the Huron, I run IFHE on the Huron, guys, just for that same reason. On the Huron, if you didn't, but the differences between the Huron and this one, the Huron only has a base fire chance of 5%. So you're not going to be setting a lot of fires anyways, where if you run IFHE on the Huron, you can at least pen 25 millimeters. you could do work against cruisers at its tier. This, I think the base is probably 9 or 10%. With the current build, with IFHE, I got that down to 5%, which is adequate. And I can pen 27 millimeters. So I think this was one of the few ships in the game that I would recommend running IFHE on.